Hey, hey, hey! Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday, Tuesday, the 8th of June. Hi, it's Nemi coming in from Modi in Israel, and I'm really excited. I just had a great breakthrough. So, it's Tuesday. I'm 14 days to my surgery. If you're coming in on the live, please let me know where you're coming in from. And if you're coming in on the replay, please feel free to hashtag replay or encore so I can say hello, and also let me know where you're coming in from. So this morning is Tuesday transformations, and instead of transformations, because everyone knows my transformation and I probably share it later, but everyone knows. So this morning I decided before my workout to do a 5k, and I was sort of going to walk, and I was distracted and I wasn't walking my normal pace that I go on my own. I was like looking at my DMs and messaging people and talking to people, and I spent the first 2 kilometers walking pretty slowly. It was about 29 minutes, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. And I wasn't listening to my affirmations or doing my usual stuff that makes me like get in the zone. So I turned on my YouTube video. Hey, good morning, Sharon. Thank you, sweetie. So I decided to turn on my YouTube. I turned on my 100 affirmations that I used to do every single time I would go walking, and I listened to it in the car in the morning. And I started doing it, and I'm speaking to myself, saying all the different affirmations I can share with anyone if they want. And suddenly I get to a point where it says, if I think it, I can do it. And it was so like amazing, because I had just started running at that point, and I told myself, okay, run to the end of this road, and that road was about 800 meters to a kilometer. If you can run to the end of the road, then you can start walking again. And I ran to the end of the road, and I kept saying, I can do this. And it was it wasn't uphill, it was like a little bit downhill, but the next road was going to be uphill. And I've always told myself I can't run up hills, but every time I do it, I'm like, yeah, you can. Why do you tell yourself you can't? So I turned the corner after the 800, 900 meters and went for the other next 200 meters. And I was like, okay, I've done that. That was on the flat. Now it's the uphill. So I started telling myself, nothing comes easy in life, just go up the hill. So I started running, and I kept giving myself markers at the end of this cycle course, at the end of this cycle course, at the end of this cycle course. And I got to the top, and I was like, bloody hell, that's amazing. And it was only because I was speaking to myself and telling myself I could do it that I kept pushing myself. And I got back for this just over 3k in about 27 minutes. And the first 2k, it took me longer to do than the second. And it's so crazy, because in life, when we're born like innocents, and we like dream, and we believe anything is possible, and fairies are there, and many kids have a sixth sense, and they talk to their friends that we can't see, and some of them even probably feel like people from the past and stuff. And it's only when we as adults start inhibiting those children's beliefs and putting fear into their minds, and they might not even know it's fear, but we stop the creativity and the joy and the awesomeness that it is to have joy and be loved and live in a world of happiness all the time for no matter what reason. And somewhere we lose that. Hey, good morning, Tanya. Somewhere we lose that along the way, and it's a real shame. Either because, like for me, I was bullied and I just saw negativity around me, or because our parents say no to everything, or because we fall over and we have a fall and we realize that we're not invincible. And somewhere the mechanics changes. And in my journey, I've learned that, everything is possible. And okay, we might have physical limitations for some things, so we might not be able to dance in a certain way, or we might have neurological issues that cause us not to be able to think in a certain way, or we might have problems with our legs or something. But if we put our minds to whatever we are physically able to do, we are able to push ourselves more than we ever could imagine. And it's the same with, like, people say to me, but how do you not eat that? And how do you choose to do this? And how do you make time for that? And it's a choice, but it's also a belief that it's possible to fit it all in and more. When I procrastinate and I don't have so much to do, I get so much less done than when I have lots to do and I push more into my day, right? So I highly recommend living in your world with purpose, with joy, with happiness, even if there are outside influences that make it hard. You can choose to be grounded. You can choose to do practices that put you in a high frequency, high vibe state. Like for me this morning, like I was distracted. I was watching amazing, inspiring reels. This woman on Instagram who just turns everything upside down on its head. It's just amazing. I shared a few of my stories. But then get back to your own practices. So like my practice of like doing my 100 affirmations when I'm walking or running. So important for my state of mind, to get me into the state of mind of being a super attractor and being in the vibes that I really want, and to attract the vibes I want, and to live in goodness. Even, today is my husband's grandmother's funeral, and it's a really sad day and I have to go to the funeral, but I don't have to make it all consuming. Every time people die in my life, I've always made it all consuming and debilitating and stressful, and it doesn't have to be that way. It is really, really awful. I'm really sad, and I'm really sorry that my husband's family have lost a tremendous woman. She's the reason that he speaks such amazing English. She taught him English. She was from Suez, and she spoke many languages, and she was a tremendous grandmother and great grandmother to my children, and it's very, very sad. But I believe that we're here for purpose. We all are interconnected. We all have souls that are interconnected. The physical, it's irrelevant, and putting judgment on one another and putting judgment on ourselves doesn't help. If we live in joy and remember that we're all connected in one way or another, we can all help each other to grow and to be better. And that if we put fear on ourselves, and we're putting fear on our children and taking the love out of life that should be in life, then we're not living to our fullest potential. So yeah, that breakthrough when I was running was phenomenal. I'm just going to keep thinking the best, having the best days, living in my truth, living in my happiness and in my mission. And if anyone found this of value, please feel free to tag anyone that you think this would be valuable to, or if you know anyone that wants to get mentally healthier and stronger, emotionally and physically, and good morning, and spiritually stronger, send them my way. I have so many resources I use to get me into this high vibe state, and I feel like on top of the world. And it is, my kids are going to be leaving in a minute, so I better go. But I just wanted to come on because that run just elated me and made me feel so great, and I wanted to share it. I hope you found it of interest. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Don't forget, you are perfect just the way you are. We are all a work in progress. There is no such thing as perfection. You deserve to take up space in this world, and you are enough. Never forget it. You are enough, and you deserve to be you. We are all made in the image of God, and God made us in exactly the way we're meant to be, and we're in the space we're meant to be right now, right here, right now. Never forget. Don't live in the future. Don't live in the past. Live in the present. Strive for the future, and forget the past. The past is irrelevant now. It's been, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. I appreciate you all, and I love you. Don't forget, you are great. Have an awesome Tuesday. Bye for now. Ciao. Bye.